It's kinda crazy, the kinds of things life throws at you.
Hi lovelies and hello, greetings, it's Jacqueline. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you happen to be new, hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is your official warmest welcome to my channel. I'm Jacqueline, by the way. I am so happy that you are here with me today. And lovelies, for today's video, we are going to be doing the recaps for episodes 10 to 12 of College Diaries season 2. And with that, I'm going to be going over some of the things that happened throughout these past few episodes. So if you have not yet watched episodes 10 through 12 of College Diaries season 2, I'm gonna go ahead and leave them linked down in the description below, as well as in the comment section of this video. And I would really highly suggest that you all watch those episodes, as a few of the things we're going to be talking about throughout this video are related to what happened throughout those episodes. So having some background information about these past episodes would be very helpful in order to understand what it is that I am speaking about in today's video. So again, if you have not watched them, please go ahead and pause this video right now, go hop onto the College Diary episodes, and then come back later. Anyways, outside of that, we're just gonna go ahead and get right on into it with this video, lovelies. So with that said, say it along with me. Let me just sit back and put it in my pocket. And with that, let's go ahead and get started with the recaps of episodes 10 through 12 of College Diaries season 2 in 3, 2, 1. If you have been watching these recap videos for a while now, you already know that I always like to start with the negatives, so that we can get all of that negativity out of my system, out of your system, and kick it off with the positive stuff. With that in mind, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the negatives. I have a little list on this post-it note where I'm gonna be using to guide me into the things that I'm gonna be speaking about in today's video. So if I'm looking down, that's the reason why. We're gonna go ahead and get started with talking a little bit about an event that was supposed to happen and that I talked about a little bit during episode 11 of College Diaries. And we're going to speak a little bit about the squad games. Just a little bit of background information regarding this event. This event was supposed to be a funly, super friendly recreation of the Netflix show, which is not going to be a series, but the Netflix show Squid Games that has been really popular these days. It has been so trending nowadays, and my college wanted to make a little recreation of that series, more importantly the games that occurred throughout the series, just to have a little bit of fun, engage some of the students in our college, make new friends, and do all that good college related stuff. And that was the purpose of the game and the event as well. What happened during this week was that through the use of an email, my college sent out a campus-wide email to every single student at Columbia, letting us know that our tuition rates are going to be raising up. And because of that, that caused a lot of really negative found feelings throughout that week. And because of that, a lot of students thought that this event with squad games had a lot to do with, a lot of students thought that this event had to do with the fact that Columbia raised tuition, which at the end of the day, it had absolutely nothing to do with this. Event was planned months in advance. We did not even know that this was going to happen, and just thrown out at us students this week specifically. And with that, since a lot of students were complaining about this event and saying,
oh, how are you guys planning on making an event when they just announced this week that tuition is gonna go up
and all that stuff. Because of that, my department, which I work for as an orientation leader, which is the new student programs department at Columbia, they all came down to the conclusion of canceling the event, which I was disappointed. And in this episode, I didn't check in after I received this news, just because it was so difficult for me to understand that an event that took months to organize, an event that took a lot of preparation, and as an employee, it was super hard for me just because I was gonna help help assist during the event on the day of the event, and that's where I usually get my income from helping out in these events. I get my income, and it was disappointing for me just because I think that students were more concerned about the tuition rates going up, and I totally understand that it can be difficult for a lot of students to pay the already high tuition rate and then on top of that receive the news that they're gonna raise it up even more. I understand that part, but what students are not understanding is that there is a group of students and a group of people organizing an event for all of you just so that it can be thrown into the trash last minute. And there was a lot of things involved. A lot of things were purchased. In this case, a lot of paper was thrown out as well. A lot of drinks were thrown out. And this event was actually created by one of my fellow orientation leaders who is planning to graduate in the fall semester, and he organized this event just because of really good positive energy and the good idea that he had, and in a way this was going to be his farewell to Columbia. And with that in mind, just seeing that this event and this idea was thrown away, it disappointed me. It made me really frustrated because I think students don't understand the amount of work that is put into creating a campus-wide event, especially with Columbia. Columbia is a middle-sized school. There's a lot of students, but not as big as any other institution out there. But this event meant a lot to me, and the fact that it was thrown into the trash, not good. I'm disappointed. I still am. What can I do about it? And with that in mind, we're gonna go ahead and switch to another point in this list of negativities, where if you saw episode 11 as well, towards the ending, I went with my best friend. We went out to eat, and then after that we took the train back to campus on the red line at CTA, and there was this group of 4 guys who were singing. Their voices are
so amazing.
Like, wow, I was so impressed. And later I realized a little something about these guys. I'm like, wait, they look familiar for some reason. Turns out that they look so familiar to me because I've seen them before. I remember that during Valentine's Day, I hopped on the train on the red line specifically 2 years ago, and there was this song that they played. I don't remember who sings it, but that song, it brought me a lot of memories. At this point in my life, they are sad memories. And when they played that song, when they started singing that song, it brought me a lot of sad memories back. But since I was with my bestie, I didn't want to show those sad emotions, so I just kept my cool, tried to not remember as much. But that moment was special to me, and that episode, that day overall, was really special to me. I got to spend time with my bestie. I'm always spending time with him. I love the connection that we have, the strong of a bond and the friendship that we had. It's super pretty. I am super thankful for him. He's great. He's sincerely great. He's awesome. He makes me laugh. He makes me happy. I like the connection. It's sweet. But with those 2 in mind, we're gonna go ahead and pull them all together, throw it away, wash it out, wash all the negativity out of our system. And with that, lovelies, we're gonna go ahead and hop onto the positive things that happened throughout episodes 10 to 12 of College Diaries, coming up next. Alright, lovelies, we're gonna go ahead and jump right in and start with talking a little bit about the content that I created for the College Advising Center. I was asked to create a Instagram post that had to do with congratulating the fall graduates of Columbia, and I had a little bit of struggle when it came to the color palette. I was looking for a specific color, a little bit of a pinkish texture, but when it came to the text, I was struggling with the font, just because I wanted a super cute font, but that was easy to read. And when I was designing it, I couldn't find that specific font. I had to go back and forth. Then with the image that I was trying to add onto the post, it went all over the place. I had to go back and forth searching for images and then changing things here and there, then changing the font, changing the color, and it was a little bit all over the place. But the final result, I very much loved it. It looks so so cute. And I'm gonna go ahead and leave a screenshot of the final post of the content that I created for the College Advising Center. It turned out to be super cute. I personally loved it. I'm gonna go ahead and add it to my portfolio just because it looks so adorable. But anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about during this part. And next point I'm gonna talk about has to do with the 2021 open house for Columbia College Chicago. I went ahead and hopped on a Saturday to campus to help out with the 2021 open house that we had, and I helped out my academic department, which is the creative writing department. And during this event, I got the chance to talk a little bit about my experience with other students, which was very nice. I personally think that I've been all over the place within Columbia's campus. I've helped out with the different positions that I have, up to the point where I have my resume so filled up with mostly Columbia things, which is crazy. I still have things from back in high school, experiences that I had back in the time, but the upper top of my resume is all about Columbia, which is insane. But I've had so much experience, so many good positive things happening throughout my last 3 years of college experience, and I've been getting a lot of knowledge, which is good. And I thought that this open house would have given me the opportunity to share that experience with the new, hopefully, fingers crossed, aspiring students of Columbia. I think that my experience and sharing that with them was really helpful, especially for this one student who said that I have a lot of experience and it's good that I'm really involved. And I'm like,
Yes, girl. Yes. I love the involvement.
so it was really positive for me. We're also gonna go ahead and now switch gears and talk a little bit about my YouTube channel review with Video Zeus. He is a content creator for YouTube, and he went on a live a couple weeks ago where he was reviewing other content creators' YouTube channels, and I went ahead and plugged in my own YouTube channel so he can review. Gave me a lot of positive feedback. He did like the fact that I'm creating my own custom thumbnails, which he says that it is good, especially if I want to continue on growing, so that was nice. It was definitely a highlight of my week. I've been trying my best to create good, great content for all of you, and also just learning a little bit more about how specifically to create the best content out there. Improvement editing improves my speaking skills, my communication skills, the filming itself. It's been a learning process, but I definitely think that with all of the things that I have learned so far, I can use it not only for content creating but also for other things that had nothing to do with content creating. Just keep that in mind. Alright, the second to last point that I want to talk about has to do with the Christmas tree lighting of episode 11, and that was the cutest event ever. I have been living in Chicago my entire life, and I have said this a bunch of times, but I have been living in Chicago my entire life, and not once have I attended the Christmas tree lighting at Alameda Park. I know, it's insane, but I have never attended a Christmas tree lighting, and this year I had the chance to do it finally with my bestie. Of course, I had to bring him along just because
I didn't want to go by myself.
but anyways, I attended the event, and when the tree lit up, they threw out fireworks out of nowhere. I was not expecting the fireworks show. I was only expecting the tree lighting and
Wow, it looks so pretty and all that stuff.
but the fireworks were definitely on point, a highlight, super cute show that they put out there. And there was just a lot of things to see. There was definitely a lot of people. A lot of people. We looked like little squished tacos. Okay, lovelies, I have no idea why did I just say that during this video. Like the idea of squished tacos, I don't know where that came from. But as I was editing this video, I don't know, I just found it funny. But yeah, that's the only comment I wanted to make about that. Anyways, let's hop back into the video. Because of how many people were there, but it was definitely worth the wait. We waited around an hour and a half for the Christmas tree to lit up. Originally, it said that it was scheduled to be for 6 p.m. and it turned out that the tree lit up 30 minutes after 6. So I think that information was wrong. I searched it up on Google, honestly. I searched up the information from the internet, and it says at 6 p.m. Nowhere did I say that I found that it said 6:30 p.m. If it was at 6:30, then I would have gotten it later and I have to wait an hour and a half. But I mean, it's okay. It was still worth We love it. Alright, and the last and final point for this week's recap has to do with the piece Venn diagram in episode 12 of College Diaries. I talked to all of you a little bit about this project that I have for one of my classes. It had to do with either creating a multimedia project or an essay, and of course with my creativity boosting up and getting out there, I wanted to do a multimedia project, and I chose to do a video on this poem that I titled Venn Diagram, which I wrote approximately 5 years ago. And I've been looking into creating video poetry, video poems for a while now, but for some reason I just haven't gotten into it. I haven't found the courage to do so, and it's a little insane that I'm saying this now. But once I filmed it and I went ahead and edited all of the piece itself, the editing process,
Wow.
I went into editing this piece very specific. I wanted to go a little bit in depth with connecting the vibe, connecting the emotion of the piece with how the video was gonna go. And I didn't want to add edits on places that didn't set up a specific vibe. And since this poem was really sort of a sad, melancholic / inspirational piece, I wanted to set that vibe with my edits. Along with the background music, I chose very specific background music so that way I can be able to set up that vibe. But overall, the editing of this video, it was super special to me. This piece is super special to me. This piece was one of the first pieces that I created in high school, and it has been with me ever since. This piece is one of the pieces that I have memorized and that I've performed for so many years and that I still perform today. And this piece is just my little baby. I personally love this piece. This piece was my growing up piece that I very important to me. It's a super great piece that talks about self-love, self-esteem, and how a lot of times we tend to compare ourselves with one another, especially for the ladies. So we are always asked to compare ourselves with, let's say, myself and an Instagram model that I see on social media, or sometimes on TikTok I see a lot of videos talking about how social media is so fake. And honestly, in my opinion, it is extremely fake. Social media is fake, and a lot of times we see these so insanely dumb beauty standards that go way over the top. I don't even know how to explain it. Instagram, social media can be fake at times, but of course this channel is all about positivity, smiles, good vibes, and I just want to continue on bringing that positivity, that good vibe up to all of you from the comfort of your homes, from the comfort of your laptop screens, your phone screens, wherever it is that you're watching this video. I want to go ahead and continue on bringing that positive vibe. So definitely with this piece, I would like to say thank you to all of you for giving me this platform and for being able to create this kind of content for all of you, and also a thank you to myself for being brave enough to share a piece that has been so dearly to me and a piece that has helped me grow up as a person and as a woman. With that in mind, we're not gonna get emotional. With that in mind, we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping up this video with the outro, final comments, and all of that good, juicy, great stuff coming up next. And so lovelies, that is all I have for you for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know in the comments down below which one of these following things that I spoke about was the most meaningful to you. Also, let me know in the comments down below if you would like to see more video poem videos. I would for sure love to continue on making those kinds of videos. Comment it down below. Let's chat. Let's have a conversation. I would love to hear yours. Aside from that, lovelies, please make sure that you do follow me on my social media platforms. You can be able to find me on Instagram at x3_Jacqueline, where you're going to find content relating to the final results for my behind the scenes photo shoot videos. You're going to be able to find those final results over on my Instagram, once again at x3_Jacqueline. Aside from that, please make sure that you do follow me on TikTok at x3_Jacqueline, where you're going to be able to find videos relating to self-esteem, self-love, dances, creativity, and also lovelies, just to continue on seeing me on other social media platforms. Lovelies, once again, that is all I have for you for this week's video, and I know I say this in every single video, and I'm gonna go ahead and continue on saying it because I believe in it. Lovelies, here is your daily dose of sunshine. As always, be authentic, be yourself, keep smiling, and I will see all of you lovelies back right here on this YouTube channel with a new video next time I upload. Bye!
It's kinda crazy.